Manchester City 6, RB Leipzig 3. Yes, 6-3. It went pure Kevin Keegan tonight, but I absolutely loved it in its own weird and wonderful way. Champions League is back, and it was no defence, to quote my friend Malemo. It's just vibes. Sometimes vibes are just fun, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a perfect game, but it was a fun game of football. And if you want to keep up to date with all the stats and all that kind of stuff from that crazy game of football, as you can see on screen alongside me right now, you should go and download OneFootball. Download OneFootball right now in the link in the description below. It helps support my channel, and it helps you keep on top of all the crazy news across the world of football on the big Champions League nights. You get all the transfer rumours, all the stats and all that kind of stuff. Over 10 million people have downloaded OneFootball, and it costs £0, £0, $0, €0. It is free to download, so go and nourish your phone right now. Download OneFootball. Do it 6 times, 6 goals. Just download football. It's absolutely class, I promise you. That was a crazy, crazy night of football. I also want to say, by the way, thank you so much to everyone who supported on the watch along as well. Road to 60k, but getting close to 60k. Hit that subscribe button. But that was a crazy night of football. When you get games of football like that, you just have to sit back and just kind of enjoy it, really, don't you? That's all you can do. I mean, there's no point looking too intently at a game like that because it was genuinely a weird game of football. But in the Champions League, in the group stage, it's all about just getting the job done. Just get it done, basically. Worry about it later and clean up any mistakes on the training ground after a game like that. And tonight, Guardiola, I mean, it wasn't one for the purists. It really wasn't. When you're someone like Guardiola and you're intensely organised and intensely focused and you respect perfection at all times, well, a game like that could drive you absolutely mad. Put it this way, if he had any hair left, he would have been pulling it out, basically. But Pep's, he's really, really bald, so we're okay on that front anyway. But either way, it was a weird game of football, and one that they'll definitely be pulling to pieces on the training ground. But as a fan, I just kind of enjoyed it for what it was. Sometimes you do get those kind of nights, and that's all you can do, really. Just sit there and enjoy the game, because it was wild. There was plenty of interesting things to talk about, and we got the 3 points, while PSG dropped points against Club Brugge, which is interesting, and of course stand us in good stead. Probably gives Club Brugge and RB Leipzig a bit of hope, if we're being honest, and maybe actually a PSG washout is maybe a good thing, because we just want to get through. But I've got no worries now watching this group. I've got no worries about Leipzig again. You know, they were meant to be quite a threat, but they've had a poor start to the season, and they show their defensive deficiencies, and I'm not worried about going over to Germany to play them. I'm sure it'll be a tough game, and we could drop points, but I'm not worried or concerned is what I'm saying. And tonight was a fun game of football. I mean, where do you start with something like that? You may as well just go through it all, really, or maybe talk about all the individuals. I mean, obviously, early on, Nathan Ake, baby, Nathan Ake, whoa. Nick in the background as well, not sure you heard that. But he scored, and I had to sing his song. I was very happy for him, and he was a real threat in their box, actually, as well, constantly throwing himself at the ball. I love that aggressive energy from Nathan Ake. And I don't really think, by the way, I'm sure there'll be a narrative going around because we conceded goals, therefore it's Nathan Ake's fault. I don't really think he was massively culpable for anything, really. Some of the goals, we were just a little bit flat-footed as a team, switched off a little bit as a team, particularly the second goal, which I think everyone switched off after Kevin De Bruyne went down. Everyone feared the worst. Everyone kind of switched off a little bit. The first goal in particular for me, maybe it was a little bit sloppy, but I mean, the guy was behind Zinchenko. Zinchenko wasn't miles off him. He's just taller, and the cross was deeper, and he won the header, because sometimes you can't win a header. And then the same happened in the second header, which led to a goal. It was what it is. The third goal was nice, intricate football. Maybe Zinchenko and Mendy, not Mendy, definitely not Mendy. Ake could have been a little bit closer or a little bit tighter, but they were pretty tight. It was just a really nice pass, and maybe it was just a little bit slack. We weren't great defensively. We just looked a little bit flat-footed as a team tonight defensively, but I'll counter that by saying, there was quite a few changes to the back line, so maybe it was just a relatively rusty quartet in terms of cohesion and organisation, but it didn't really concern me, because I'm sure we would be better when it actually really, really mattered, because tonight defensively, it kind of didn't really, really matter, if we're being totally and utterly honest. Going forward, though, was a different kettle of fish. I actually don't think we're anywhere near our scintillating best going forward. Genuinely, I think we played much, much better and scored much, much less goals going forward. But tonight we scored 6 somehow. The first goal, Ake, an absolute powerhouse in the area. I love the way he throws himself at the ball. The second, Kevin De Bruyne, man, a delightful whipped cross and a wonderfully glanced header from, what was he called, Mukiele or something like that, back across his goalkeeper at an own goal. A cross that good deserved a goal. So thank you so much, RB Leipzig. Thank you so much. The third goal was Jack Grealish, I think it was. Grealish with a beautiful, was it Grealish? I think it was. Beautiful solo effort where he cut in and banged it in. Lovely, lovely stuff. Or was it? I can't remember who scored it now. We got Mahrez. Was it Mahrez's penalty? I don't know. Either way, Mahrez scored a penalty. Manchester City scored a penalty. I've forgotten the order of these goals, but either way, Mahrez, I think it was Mahrez the third and Grealish was the fourth, actually. But Mahrez's penalty was lovely after a header from Ferran Torres, which was probably handball, really. It was one of those new handballs, which I think is a bit harsh, but he did have his arm up there. He didn't mean to block it. But, you know, that's the rules these days, laddie. You can't have your arms up there in the air and get away with it, unfortunately for you, pal. After that as well, he scored the fifth goal. There was just so many goals. The fifth goal, absolutely blanked on that. Cancelo scored an absolute blinder. Genuinely a fantastic goal from Cancelo, who had a fantastic night of football, which I'll get onto in a minute. Absolutely rocketed it home from 20 yards. Very Kevin De Bruyne-esque. Sweet and with his laces. A lovely, lovely goal. And of course, Gabriel Jesus, as an impact sub, getting a goal from the left wing. Bit of a scrappy goal, but they all count, and you'll definitely take it. I was really impressed with Cancelo tonight. That is the Cancelo I want to see in the Manchester City shirt. And I think he started the season pretty well, actually. Really, really effective. Like an attacking midfielder, right back if we're being honest. The way to passes. One of the most satisfying things about tonight was a goal that never happened, just offside allegedly. We didn't get to see an intense replay, so we can't tell. But to me, Ferran looked pretty level. But that way to pass from Cancelo to Ferran Torres was absolutely delightful. Really perfectly measured. And the instinctive finish from Ferran Torres as well. The way he moved the ball from one foot to the other around the keeper was just absolutely delightful. Genuinely world-class footwork from Ferran Torres. I'm devastated that goal didn't count because it was by far my favourite thing of the night, actually. Even more so than Cancelo's goal. Even more so than Grealish's. There was something about that whole fluidity, that movement. It felt like watching De Bruyne play it through to Aguero. It reminded me of that, and we've seen goals like that against, I think, Arsenal, maybe Liverpool, the Etihad before, where he's done that De Bruyne to Aguero. I think it might be Arsenal one I'm thinking of in particular, and it felt like that to me, but unfortunately it didn't count. But Cancelo was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. We just want that consistency from Cancelo, and it was lovely to see. De Bruyne back on the pitch as well. The king is back to take his crown, and to be honest, De Bruyne usually starts quite slowly, but he didn't tonight. He was good tonight, man. He was good. Really involved a lot. Grealish as well had a really big game, I thought. Grealish is already very trustworthy. I'm not sure if he's had the single game yet where he's totally taken control of it, because he's playing as a winger, so he might be a little bit hard, and maybe it's different to when he's at Villa and so on. Maybe that'll come with time, but he consistently delivers, and he's consistently involved. And what I love about Grealish is you just trust him. Like, he's working really hard, he gets involved. He scored a wonderful goal tonight, pure Jack Grealish, great skill, ran at his man. He's involved, he got an assist as well from the corner. You just trust him to be involved and be creative and work, and he just doesn't give the ball away. That's one thing I will say. Guardiola must absolutely love Jack Grealish because he's pure fluidity, pure movement, pure technical elegance, his creativity, work rate, he's physical, he's strong. And we're only really seeing Grealish version 1.0 here at Manchester City. I cannot wait to see version 1.2 and then eventually 2.0 as he goes through the years and the gears at Manchester City, because Grealish is a quality footballer. And of course as well, we saw a little bit of Phil Foden as a cameo. Didn't have loads to do, for being honest, but it was nice to see him back. Overall, it was also nice to see Diaz as captain, by the way. Even if he didn't have his best game tonight, I thought Diaz as captain was a lovely little thing that I'm very happy about. And it's good to see Zinchenko back on the pitch as well. And further coming on with a lovely little cameo being really good. Bernardo getting the nod in midfield as well. Bernardo effervescent, energetic as always, and brilliant. But overall, we got the job done tonight. It was very much defence. It was very defence, no defence, just vibes. Very Kevin Keegan. But I enjoyed it anyway, man, because football should be fun. I've seen 11 goals Manchester City sides today. The EDS won 5-1 earlier. McAtee masterclass as well, which was great fun. And I saw 6 goals tonight, and I'm very happy with that. A lot of fun football, a lot of energy, a lot of creativity, but that is what I love about football sometimes. Tonight wasn't a classic game, but it was a fun game. Sometimes that matters to me. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments how you felt about that. I know games like that can divide a fan base, but I love it, man. It's fun. I want to watch football and goals, and I saw football and goals today. A lot of goals. I think I watched today like 15 goals in cost 2 games, which I'm very happy about. It's entertaining. Guys, thank you for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments how you're feeling about our Champions League and how would you fit all those players into one team. It's going to be difficult. Like, comment, subscribe. Go and watch the fan view live where I chatted to a bunch of awesome Blues about the game tonight. Download One Football. Big love to my Patreon producer, Scott Denemy, of course. I'll catch you very, very, very soon. And 5 things learned coming up tomorrow, of course. And the player ratings for the Patreons and the bonus YouTube video members. In a bit, guys.